My name is Carl Bucholt. I purchased the land in 1980 and designed a passive solar house. So the house has a lot of windows on the south side and no windows except for one tiny one in the bathroom on the north side. And the house is also built mostly on a slab, so when the sun comes in, it warms up the air in the house, it penetrates down to the concrete slab, and it gives it off at night. There's also a central chimney with a lot of masonry that holds the heat. That was the basic. So 6.5 years ago or so, when I decided to put 27 panels on, for most of the time I had no electric bill. Occasionally, one year I might have to pay $100 for the winter months when I didn't have enough credit built up from the summer. We were heating with electric baseboard heat and decided that that was really inefficient. So I put the heat pump in and inadvertently it sounds silly. I didn't realize it could also cool the house. So now with global warming, it's making a lot more sense. I got a plug-in electric Prius, so I wanted to have enough electricity to power that. So we put 10 more panels on the garage 2 years ago. I'm getting more electricity in the warmer months from the west-facing garage than I am from the south-facing house panels. So I'm very happy with that. You can see I have a garden here. We've been gardening regeneratively using no chemicals, and we switched to no-till. We keep the same beds, all compost that's gotten from organic farms, and we're able to grow most of our own vegetables here. As you can see, we primarily heat with firewood. We have one stove in a living room that heats the entire house, and it works very efficiently. We got the heat pump for when we travel in April and November, so the heat pump takes care of those in-between times. And when the sun is out in the winter, we don't have a fire at all, and it still gets up to about 80 degrees in there. So it's quite delightful. We had a problem with mildew about 3 years ago, and one of the rooms in the house developed mildew in the ceiling, and I have exposed beams, and so I had to rip out the carpet, redo the beams, irrigating the beams, put mold-resistant paint on the ceiling. One of the reasons why I was concerned about having mildew and potentially mold is that these are very harmful for your lungs. Particles get into the air, and it doesn't just become a visual problem, it becomes a health issue. Being able to keep the humidity down and keep the mold and mildew down really is important. So one of the reasons we got the heat pump is that in addition to heating the house when we're gone, you can set it for a dehumidifier as well as for cooling. So when it's too moist in the house, you can put the dehumidifier unit on. And again, the cooling is a bonus when it's over 90 degrees and humid here. So I'm very happy with it, and it's very quiet. That's the other thing I like. One of the other energy-saving things that we have done here is replace incandescent bulbs with compact fluorescents or LEDs. So you save about 90% of your electricity cost compared to an incandescent bulb, which 90% of which goes for heat and 10% goes for light. So the LED bulbs make a lot more sense.